Hello everyone and welcome once again to another one of my videos. Today's video we are doing a new series, a mini series of sorts where I'll take you guys on a journey with me where I will do a submission to one of the grading companies, and I'll update you guys along the way as this goes. And at the end we'll do a big reveal, I'll do a big unboxing of course, and together we will find out the grades of those comic books. Before we can do that, we need some comic books to consider, and I got a stack here. And what I'll do is I'll do a little bit of an interactive with you guys. I'll show you the books that I'm considering, and I'll get your opinions on those books. Okay, so if you're curious on what books I have to consider for grading, you need to come back after this short video intro. We'll see you soon. Okay, Comic Sniper here once again, along with my trusty sidekick, Mark III, my level of flying Iron Man. And together we present to you a new series. This is going to be where I submit comic books to a grading company, and I'm going to keep you guys updated along the way. And at the end, we're going to do a big reveal and find out the grades of my submission. Together, we're going to do that. Okay. So before we can do that, I have to have some books to consider grading, and I picked out about a dozen books for that I would like to get graded at some point. Now I don't want to get all of these graded. I only wanted about 5 or 6 books in total. So I need your help to make up my mind on which ones I'm going to be sending in. And this is going to be a modern submission where usually the criteria for that is 1975 and newer, and also the value of the books have to be under $200 typically. All right. That being said, these books I want to submit these books because they have a potential to go up in value, or they already have value, and I need to cash in on that. So they're going to be for resale. That's what I usually do that for. Not to say that sometimes I do change my mind and I like the book so much that I end up keeping it, even if it is slabbed. But the main idea is these books are going to be sold off in the future. So I'm going to show you the books that I have here and tell you why I'm considering them for slabbing and for reselling, and you can tell me your idea, and together we'll pick out about half a dozen books. Okay, so let's start. First up for consideration is Captain Marvel #1. Now, I can't remember what volume this is, but this is 2012, and I believe this is This is the first of the series where Carol Danvers starts off as Captain Marvel. Her first appearance is, of course, in Avenging Spider-Man #9. Now, in the past, I've had this book graded and had good luck with it, getting 9/8, and was able to sell it off for a good profit. So whenever I see this book in super high grade and that could possibly get a 9/8, I will take a chance on it. The only thing is, if I don't think it can make a 9/8, I will not bother, because there was a huge drop in price from a 9/8 to a 9/6 on this, and I don't usually think it's worth it if I don't think it can even make the 9/8. This book is very nice. It is not absolutely perfect by any means. There is, I believe, there's a tick on the top of this that ever so slightly, possibly could be breaking color, but I've seen worse come back better. So I will take a chance because it is worth it. Okay, that's the first one. So up next is Preacher #1. Of course, this is first appearance of Preacher. Very good series running in the AMC right now. And of course, this is a very high grade copy. Now, my prediction for this grade will probably be in a 9.4, maybe pushing a 9.6. I don't think it's going to get a 9.8. There are several spine issues on this. And a couple of them do break color, so that's why I would think a 9.4 for sure. But the reason why I want to get this graded is it does carry value, It has dropped in value from, let's say, a couple of years ago where this book was quite hot. But since I didn't pay a lot for this book, and it's still carrying some value, it's still a good consideration for that. But let me know what you think. See if it's not one of your favorites, or maybe it is one of your favorites. Let me know in the comments. The next one is speculation for the future, and that will be for this, the New Mutants Annual #2, because this is the first appearance of Psylocke. Now she has already shown up in the in the movies, but ever so slightly, and they didn't do a good job with her, and that was, you know, with the Fox's X-Men. But since, of course, as we all know, Fox is now taken over by Disney, they now have the rights to the X-Men and the New Mutants, and of course Psylocke. I think at some point in the future she is going to show up and maybe done better, and if that happens, this book, her first appearance, will be a good one to spec on, and will be carrying some decent value. Now, it's not going to be in the near future. This is more down the road. I'm almost sure it'll be next year or even past that, but you never know. Sometimes there's a rumor that comes out, and that'll send this book skyrocketing. I do have a couple of copies of this, as you can see. This one, though, this one's a little bit lower grade, but I only want to send in one of these, and it's this one, because I think it's going to be probably in about a 9.2 grade, possibly a 9.4 if I get lucky. So let me know if you think this book is worthwhile getting, and the possibility of anything showing up in the future, and if there's anything that you guys know of that I don't, please feel free to inform me on that. Now this one, Power Pack #1, this is of course Power Pack's first appearance. This is an outside rumor. I have heard one or two word on this, but of course nothing solid. Okay. But that doesn't mean I can't try to get ahead of the game, because if solid news breaks, usually that'll send this book skyrocketing, and in the spec game, timing is everything. So that's one reason why I'm considering this already for submission. That way I'll have it ready to go in case when the news does break. And you know what? The MCU likes to put outside characters in, some ones that are not too popular yet, and this could be one of those that might invite some younger viewers. You never know. Let me know what you guys think. Maybe this is something you guys have also considered. Maybe not. Either way, let me know in the comments. This one is a bit of an underdog book in my opinion. This is the Avengers King Size Annual #10, and of course this is the first appearance of Rogue. Huge character in the Fox MCU, of course.
Hey there, sugar. We ready to rock?
Of course, right? But I believe that in the future she will be coming back, because she is such a popular character. I think there's something with her and Gambit too that might play down the road, but you never know. Right, so I thought about maybe having this book graded now, and then of course waiting until something hits, and then when that happens, this book does have, I believe, a lot of is very undervalued. I am not a huge fan of this cover. I think it's too messy. That's for my taste, but that's not what I'm looking at this book for. It's of course Rogue's first appearance. So let me know what you think of that. Maybe you've decided that this book is also worthwhile. So put your vote in and tell me what you think of this one. This one is a relatively new consideration because of speculation on this. The Dark Avengers #1. There's been some grumbling about this possible Dark Avenger happening in the MCU and how they want. I can't confirm or deny anything at this point, but that's the speculation game, right? We don't know exactly what's going to happen, but when it does break and you're ready for it, that's when you can make out like a bandit. So the thing is, you don't want to spend a ton of money on these kind of speculations, because they I bought this basically for cover price. I've got two of them, and these both are super high grade, 9.6 at the worst, 9.8 definitely for consideration. That's why I'm thinking about sending this in, one or both. But usually you don't want to sink a lot of money into these things, because a lot of times they will not pan out. That's just the way it goes. I'm a realist when it comes down to that, but I am also willing to take a chance. So if I take a chance on this book and it does come to fruition and something happens, I'll be in the clear. I'll make money on it. If not, I haven't sunk a lot of money into it, and so be it. Right? That's the way the game goes. But let me know if you guys have heard anything. Maybe some of you are, there's a lot more of you out there, and a lot more of you that are more knowledgeable than me by any means. So if you have any news, and if you're in the camp for this book too, let me know in the comment section. I also do want to consider this book, of course, Wonder Woman number 72. Now, this one is only because of this book carries value already. This is a nice Wonder Woman cover, and I don't have any attachment to this book per se. It's not what I would call one of my huge favorite, but I do know that this is a very popular cover, so it does carry some value already. That's why I'm considering it for submission. Okay, and if you guys and this one is not super high grade. I wouldn't put it into the 9.8s, but consideration for 9.4, maybe a little lower, but definitely 9.4. A solid 9.4 is my prediction on this book, and with that, I think it does carry still some value within that 9.4. But let me know what you guys think on that. Okay, this one is the Alias number 1, of course, first appearance of Jessica Jones. The last Jessica Jones series on Netflix just came online, I believe about a month ago now, from when I shot this video. And of course, we know that there was not going to be any more Jessica Jones or Daredevil on the Netflix, but that doesn't mean that she's been very popular. So I think that Disney might consider rebooting that whole Defenders lineup at some point, maybe on their streaming service. So that's why I'm considering this book. This book already has value now. It has dropped. The value of this book has dropped since the very first time that she was on Netflix. But this book is in super high grade. I think this book has consideration for 9.8. That's how good it is. Okay, 9.6 at the lowest, but even that carries a pretty good value, especially since I got this at a steal. I got this. I bought this in the series, so I've got about I think 20 issues along with it. But I'm only considering, of course, the first one to be graded. Okay, let me know what you guys think. If you guys think that's a good bet, definitely give me a shout down below. Here's one that I know for sure is a good spec. This is Eternals number 1. This is a second copy. I actually have a third copy on this, but I'm only considering this one. That the other one is actually a lower grade. I'm not happy with it. So this one will be considered for 9.4. So that is a high grade for this book, and it's already got value. This one already has good value, and it's already gone up in price. And this is, of course, first appearance of the Eternals, which we know Marvel is already making a movie on this. So if I have this, I want to get this graded so that when the movie drops. Sometimes when around the last trailer, the price of this book will probably spike up, and that'll be a good time to move this book. Okay, so still, even if I sell one or two copies, I'll still have another one. I don't have to have a super high grade copy of this. I'm not attached to this title at all. I don't have it doesn't have to be, I don't have to have a high grade in my collection. A mid grade is fine with me on this. But let me know what you guys think. So let me know if you guys like this book. This is and what if you consider this to be one of the ones that I should be grading. Now this modern book is the A-Force #1, first appearance of A-Force and Singularity, and this here is the Adam Hughes variant, which is already a high price. This is a sought after variant because of the Adam Hughes cover, beautiful cover, but I would probably consider not one of my ultimate, even though it is a very nice cover, it's not my ultimate Adam Hughes favorite. So, and of course I believe that A-Force will be making an appearance in the MCU in the future, if not in the near future. As you can see, there's a lot of women representing going on, and that's only gonna ramp up, I believe, to the point where I believe an all-female cast might just be down the line. And if that's the case, there's nothing I can say about it, whether I agree with it or not. I'm all for it if it's done well, and if it is, I want to be ahead of the game, and that's why I'm considering this book to be graded. Last two books left to consider. Hopefully you picked out what you like already and put them down in the comment section, but hold off, we got two more. Okay, hot on the speculation list is this, the Savage She-Hulk #1. Definitely gaining value, steadily gaining value over the last quite a while actually. And this one, of course, there's no solid news for the appearance of She-Hulk in the MCU or any streaming service like that.
Back to being big, bad, lean, and green.
But everybody seems to think that it is going to be inevitable. I do too, especially if they're going to be doing an all-female lineup. She's definitely going to be in consideration for that. And if that happens, this book is going to be definitely the one to have. This is She-Hulk's first appearance and origin story, and also last Stan Lee story, I believe. I have two of these to consider. This one is going to be a little bit higher value. The other one's only going to be probably about a 7.5, but this one I think is going to be a 9.2. So with that will that will be gaining in value quite a bit, and I want to hold on to this book after. I want to kind of be ready so for that news to happen. That's why I want to get this graded. Definitely a hot book to have, and let me know what you guys think about this and whether I should get maybe one or both graded. Okay, and the last one is Wolverine #1. This is his first mini-series. That is his first appearance. I just got that one back. If you guys have seen my unboxing video of that. Love this book. This is my first one that I have graded of Hulk 181. But I love this mini-series, one of 4.
Wolverine? Someone's been up in their game.
I'm only considering the very first one because this is the first one of his miniseries. Frank Miller, love this this cover, and of course the storyline too. This does have value. It's pretty steady, and as long as it's in high grade, and this one I believe is in high enough grade to get probably a 9.2, maybe a 9.4. So within that does carry, and I got this for basically a steal, so I'm not in it for a lot, And if I don't, you know, I don't have another copy of this, so it's one of those books where unless I get another one in a higher grade, or even in a 9.2 or 9.4 grade, I might keep it. I'm not too sure. It's one of those ones that's teeter-tottering on whether I want to keep this book and not bother submitting it because I want to keep it for myself, or sell it because I can always buy another one. But that is what I have for you guys to consider, guys. So I have about half a dozen different books there, or sorry, about a dozen books here, and then I want to send off about 5 or 6 to be graded. That way I don't have to spend a lot on them. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Tell me which ones your favorites are and what the reasons why you think I should get those books graded. And yeah, thanks for participating, guys. I appreciate all of you. Thank you very much for watching my channel. For those of you who are subscribers to my channel, thank you very much for doing so. And if you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button while you're here. And while you're at it, you might as well hit that like button as well, right? Why not? And that little notification bell, if you hit that, you'll be notified of my future videos. So you'll be able to follow this series along, and you won't miss any of the videos. That way, I'll let you know which ones I actually pick out, and then we'll go through the rest of the submission process. Okay. So again, thank you very much for joining me. Once again, leave your vote down below in the comment section. Tell me which books you like and why, and maybe if you have any more news on any of the books, on any of the issues, or anything that you want to share with me, let me know. And who knows, that I might change it up just before the submission, before I send it off to get graded. Okay. So Comic Sniper here once again, along with Mark 3. Signing off for now. We'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.